Today's horror story is written by Jobusbean. My brain is full of substance. It acts like a shield. Alcohol helps me swim. Lithium and quietine and Valium keeps me calm. I always thought it would all render me helpless to any invasive outside force, but really, I've put so much stuff in the way, so much detritus and sludge and baggage. I'm as protected as I can be. The best of minds are the most at risk. Anya and I broke up. Too much vodka on my part, too much stress on hers. In the evenings, after doctor's appointments, I'd made a habit of taking the shortcut to the station through Eastland Hills Cemetery. I'd speak my thanks to spirits of biblical land, then step into their presence. It was nice to wander around drunk, meeting the gravestones, folks that kept their marks. I met Georgina, wasted away by pneumonia. I met James and Jilly, young things, both succumbed to smallpox. I'd met Henry, hung for robbery. I'd met Angela, tried for infidelity, hung for murder of her stillborn girl. These are just my favorites. They're funny, fierce, cutting in their wit, and surprisingly astute as they watch the world turn. I'm still wary of them. All they need is a sober body and they can cut through the world, as destructive as the way they were all made to leave it. So, I'm always drunk when I enter their cemetery. I acknowledge biblical land, clap my hands so that the old ones know I'm here. Then Jilly runs out to meet me with James, desperate to play hide and seek. They love having me here, like an older sister or nanny ready to play, in love with their laughter. Henry usually watches, smiling. Georgina watches Jilly and James. She never knew them in life, but still cries with happiness to see them joyful. Angela barely looks at me. I drank my way happily through the month. This week, I overdid it. We have a weekly trivia with mutual friends. Always fun, but today, Anya texted me beforehand. Just so you know, Cliff ate out of his own bowl this evening. I'm very proud. Thought you would be too. Cliff is the kitten Heathcliff. The other bowl belongs to Babushka, our first cat. We adopted Heathcliff a few months ago, a few months before we broke up. That was enough for me. I bought another bottle of vodka, which saw me through trivia. Anya, always observant, picked up on my state. The second everyone was getting ready to go, she pulled me outside. You can't go home like this on your own. I have to. I know where to go. It's all right. Shut up, idiot. You can barely speak. Tell me where the train is. Why did it have to be her? Why did she insist on caring about me? I clumsily directed her out of the pub, out to the freeway, through the cemetery shortcut to the station. Okay, you have to text me the second you get home, okay? Anya, Text me the second you get home. Yeah, Okay, just shut up. Let me take you to the train. We wandered through the cemetery on our way back to the station. Anya hadn't touched a drop. I knew. I tried again. Anya, just let me stay here. I'll call you when I'm on the train. Please. No, you've always done this. You've always pushed me away. Just let me fucking get you home. I see Angela. Anya, we have to leave. Didn't you say... Anya, please. For fuck's sake, you're stumbling again. Honestly, I'm just gonna call... Angela's behind her. I stare up at her, pleading, trying to scream. Sounds like a drunk person's anguish. Nothing human. Nothing serious. Nothing that could possibly help. Hey, are you okay? Then Angela hooks her hands like talons into Anya's neck. Anya's eyes roll back. Angela's eyes widen, pupils dilated like a predator. She flexes her arms, and Anya screams. No, stop. You can't, please. Angela pulls energy out of Anya's body, absorbing her like color from black and white. Now she looks alive, a woman dead in the 1920s, living anew a century later. She looks at me briefly, like Anya once did, full of love, full of mischief. Then her mood twists, and she winks. "Thanks, sweet thing. I'll be seeing you." Anya's old name for me. She shifts inhumanly fast through the gravestones, into the streets beyond. I stare down at Anya, lifeless and gray. I look back at Chili, James, Georgina. Even Henry comes close, shakes his head, full of astonishment.
You fucked it, honey.
Chili and James stare at their feet. Georgina steps forward. Out of all of them, I've never heard her speak. Can you find one for me? These public service announcements are very important to me. It's a heavy burden, but it's also my civic duty to spread the word about getting drunk in cemeteries. Thank you for listening, and you can handle another horror story, right?